Okay, so I'm all done with my modification. Let me show you what I did. So this is the non-drive side. What I did is I shaved back this part, the black part, so the bearing could slide back. Then I measured this to the diameter so that the outer race, the metal part, not the black where the bearings are, the outer race sits against the metal casing just like it was before. And then I took 13 millimeter, should have took 14, so then I wouldn't have to use one spacer. But I took 13 millimeter off of this part right here, put it all back together, made sure everything fit. You know, I'm taking measurements before and wow. So you have your, this would be for like a 68 millimeter, and then you could have a different bottom bracket for 78 or 73, 83, whatever, particularly for where the bearings sit, so that this is what I was asking, the measurement that I was asking for right here is where these two right here. Okay, now I've shortened this by 13 millimeter here, so it's going to be shorter 13 millimeter this way. This is the drive side. Nothing has changed on this side at all, just the non-drive side. That way, I'll show you here in a second. Let me show you my measurement here. Stay still. From the outside edge to the outside edge now. So now if you include the bracing, include the bracing, 78, oh, no, not even, way off, 70. You have the two motor mounts are right at 70, and then minus off the 1 millimeter spacer, we're at 69. So I should have shaved 14 off of this instead of 13, and then it would have been right at 68 millimeters. So if you have a 68 millimeter with the same length of the ISS on the inside, and then just have your bearing offset on the non-drive, what you can do is you can still include spacers in the kit for like a 73 or whatnot. But then that allows you to, let me take this one off first. That allows me to use no spacer on this side, 1 millimeter spacer on this side, so the bottom bracket would be here. Okay, and then the motor mount. It's in like this. Let me set my phone down real quick. Get this in there. It doesn't want to go all the way in at the moment, but let's see if you guys can do it. Okay, so if you have a smaller bottom bracket that you can offer, with an offset on the non-drive, then people can easily adjust the drive side via a spacer. You know, take it off of this side, put it on this side, and then what you can do is groove out this section a little bit more and offer different spacers. So this would be for a 68 millimeter motor, and they need to have, like, you know, 3 available spacers to be able to use, you know, just like you provided, you know, right here. So then you could adjust for your chain line and your pedal, you know. So your pedal you can adjust your chain line and your pedal via the right side, and then come back and have this secured against your bike, and then, you know, say see, mine's a 68, so it would be close. So if you had a 73, it would be out a little bit more, and then you would put a spacer on the back side here, and then another spacer on the front, and that would help with the chain line, because you get your chain line in, and then you can this part you'd be able to get your PAS on, because I've noticed the problems a lot of having on if you have the 1 millimeter drive side or the 1 millimeter spacer on the drive side, like they say too, for like the 68, and then you put your other 35 or whatever on here on the non-drive, then what ends up happening is you only get like a couple threads in your bottom bracket. So the solution would be to have a shorter bottom bracket width, just offset on the left side. Keep the drive side the same, but offset the left. Throw in some spacers for this side, for this part, so you can go 68, 73, 83, whatever, you know. But doing this on the 68, it makes it so the controller doesn't fit. So I'll have to make my own custom mount, because you can see it just, you know, just if I were to try to put it in, it's not gonna, you know, so I'm gonna have to put it underneath the motor. No big deal. But yeah, obviously my bracket's upside down compared to that one, but you know, you kind of get the reference of what I'm talking about. So, give me another update in here in just a little bit.